almost everyone can agree some ethical things are just, what do you call it? Like, just easy to understand. Like, they're just simple. They just make sense. And then there's some other ethical things that make us like scratch our heads and be like, okay, but I thought the rule was this and it's actually this. And I definitely just came across a few that I want to run by really fast. And so I'm going to make a little whiteboard note page. Oops, guess I got to turn my pen on. I'm going to make a little whiteboards note page. And it's going to be about ethics and a little bit of supervision stuff I'm going to put in here as well. I might make a separate video. I think for right now, actually, let's just focus on the ethics stuff. Because it can get a little tricky, and then we'll move towards the supervision stuff. But gift giving, gift decision tree. Let's make a quick gift decision tree. Gifts. Oh, let's do a less thick. Here we go. Gifts. Yes or no? All right. Is it a card? This is silly, but I'm going to write it out. Is it a card or item worth, oh, I'm running out of room over there, or an item worth more than 10? 10 is our general rule. I always thought it was 25 for some reason. 10 is our general rule. If it is, yes, politely decline. Politely decline. If no, thank you. But monitor. Why are you monitoring? Because you don't want it to happen all the time. Say they get you a $10 gift card because the kid starts talking with his AAC device and it's the best thing ever and they just want to thank you for it. That's one thing. But it can't happen every week. That turns into a whole new ballpark and it's not pretty. Okay. Next question is it handmade? Oops. It's a $5 coffee. You can totally accept this. Except everything should be documented and document. It can't be all the time. If you run into getting a coffee every day, for example, from a parent, that is unacceptable. If you run into a coffee every week, that's pushing the lines. I would even say a coffee every month is pushing the lines because it's just too consistent, right? It should be a little bit of like it's your birthday or it's Christmas and it's a gift, right? Like 1 time a year, 2 times a year max. That's my general guidelines for it. I want to find out more specifics for the code, but I think just a general practice, that's a good way to look at it. You never want parents to be able to come to you, and I don't believe most parents would, but you never want a parent to come to you and be like, well, I've been giving you coffees every week. Like, I can't pay this month, but like, it's fine because I give you coffees every week. You know, whatever. Just protect your own ass. And last but not least, is this a shared snack during a session? Honestly, this is a big one that I didn't realize was going to be as big as it is. Especially when you're working at home. You are going to come across families who culturally want you to eat their food. You're going to accept it. Accept it. It's good for building rapport. It's good for, like I said, those cultural things. I worked with an Indian family. That was the first time I ever tried Indian food. It was freaking amazing. And that mom would have killed me if I didn't try her food. So it was all in good fun. It made me pair well with the family. And also it was amazing food. It was 10 out of 10. And I didn't get it every time, right? I got it once every so often. She would tell me about this new curry she was cooking or something, and I would try it. It wasn't an every time occasion, but if she offered me food, I was taking that because she would have kicked my ass if I didn't. And I'm joking, but, you know, make sure you're also thinking of cultural things when it comes to the gift giving, not money, right? Anything above $10 you cannot accept. But when it comes to these handmade things or like food that a family's making, accept that shit. It's gonna make them happy to see you happy. Relationships and boundaries, let's go over it. This is something, it seems really obvious, relationships and boundaries. And it is pretty obvious, honestly. I did see a question that came up and I got it right for multiple relationship, but it was also a conflict of interest too. So, dual or multiple relationships. You're wearing two hats. Which is not appropriate. It's where you're either the boss plus a friend or a therapist. Let's do RBT for room's sake. RBT plus a babysitter. It's too much. You're doing too much. Your hands are in too much of the pot, right? It's dual relationship. God forbid you start dating somebody. It's just not cool. Okay, conflicts of interest. It's basically your objectivity is compromised. Here. It could be by money, sex, personal favors, right? It could look like, I don't have to do that because I gave you $20 last week. I don't have to do that because I washed your car for you while it was sitting in my driveway. I don't have to do that because we had sex, right? No, do not do it. It's a conflict. It's a huge conflict of interest. Absolutely not. When we're talking about, let's do a little jib jab here. Just get things a little bit more clean. When we are talking about reporting a peer, it hasn't happened to me yet, but I've heard from plenty of coworkers, it does happen. You need to know which steps you have to take and when it's time to report versus when it's time for you to maybe act yourself. Step one, you're going to ask yourself, is it causing immediate, I didn't put an I in front of my immediate, physical or harmful abuse? If it is, you're reporting immediately. That's easy peasy. Well, let's make this into a tree again. I like my trees all of a sudden. Whoa. Gonna make it into a tree without erasing everything. If it's yes, report. ASAP Racky. No? You might want to ask this question next time. Is it a professional mistake? What can we classify as some professional mistake? Don't mind my handwriting, I'm so sorry. So like bad intervention, right? You're not doing the intervention properly. You're kind of just all over the place with it. Let's try talking to the person first. The board is very busy. Honestly, they take forever to respond. This might have a more immediate response anyways, because you can come off as a very friendly, like, hey girl, just looking out for you. I wanted to seek an informal resolution to something. Maybe they don't even know what's happening, right? You got to notify them. Talk to them. It can be an awkward conversation at times, but this is the better route to take. It's also what is written in our task list and ethics code, so this is what we need to do first. And then I'm gonna try to like jibby this up all into one, and then this goes here like that, and then right down here, let's talk about what we do for testimonials and advertisements. Testimonials and advertisements. All right. Easy peasy way to remember. No. Current clients are strictly prohibited. No videos, no quotes, no success stories. No videos. No quotes. No success stories. None of it. They're your current clients. You shouldn't be talking about them. Former clients. These are clients that are no longer under your care. You are allowed. I mean, I'm putting emphasis on you are allowed because it's said this way, but I still don't. I think it can be icky at times. But you're only allowed when there's a signed waiver by parents and clear disclaimer. Like, right, that this is a testimony. You need to have both. It can't just be a signed waiver. Like, you gotta have both. BCBA credentials. The things I am fighting so hard for, and if you're watching this video, you are fighting so hard for it too. You must always use your full title. Always use full title. Also, can't call yourself a BCBA only when cert is active. This includes those BCBAs who have let their certs die, okay? You're no longer a BCBA. You can't classify yourself as a BCBA if your cert is not active with the board, okay? Does that make sense? Hope it does, because I don't have a live chat to look at. All right, so that's a little bit about ethics. There's a big world of ethics out there, so please make sure you're looking through everything. This is just some simplified things that I like to touch on because it can be confusing, and you want to make sure, especially in this, like, your role that you're going into, that you're going to pass this test, and then you're going to need to know exactly how you do your ethics. All right, I'm gonna do supervision in the next video.